Yeah. No, really, yeah, make sure. I'll wait on.
Okay.
Call the meeting to order. Everybody get a chance to read the minutes from the last meeting? I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
To approve.
Motion in a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Oops, our count, 1, 2, 3.
You didn't count yourself.
Yes, I can. So. Financial report.
I am going to pass around the minutes for you guys to sign if you could continue to pass them around. The financial reports, our checking account at First Financial balance $4,365,329.80. First Federal Savings and Loan $1,670,633.54. Total money as of April 30th, $6,035,963.34. Our receipts for the month totaled $186,369.04. And then our claims for the month totaled $91,347.58. Any questions on the financial report, receipts, or claims?
Approve.
We have a motion to approve. Second,
Second.
all those in favor say aye. Aye, motion carries 6-0. Directors report.
Great, so we are going to start out with the recycling tonnages. And the next page will show you what we collected at the
Thank you, sir.
remote sites. We collected 45.95 tons of material. That's kind of where that little screen is that we can't see. But it's year to date 180.41. And then our e-scrap 26,839 pounds. Our flags increased because I did fix them up. We're at 255 retired flags so far year to date, when we only collected 226 last year. Just really going well. And then we also have the totals for the other products that we've collected. So. And on the next screen shows our expenses for those sites. Maryland is really outdoing themselves with their collection totals at the containers, 8.92 tons.
Very good.
Any questions on that? Okay, perfect. So special projects update, as you all are aware, last month, the board agreed to hire Butler Fairman and Seafer to design the boat launch and submit the permit application. So that's in the works. But the other things that you guys have approved would be scholarships. So we have awarded 5 scholarships to college students. There were no high school students that fit the criteria for scholarships. So those will be awarded. And Allison Marshall was one that we actually awarded last year. She was a graduate of Morristown. So it's nice to see that she's still pursuing environmental studies.
There's an intern with Chris. Oh, was already looking at me.
Hey,
Yeah, Sophie.
with us, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
So right to that.
yeah.
I'll say-
So pretty exciting. Mallory Pike, correct? Yeah. So it's awesome. The next thing, you guys had approved the high school food waste program, and that just started the first part of April. So it's pretty exciting to see that they have diverted 1,800 pounds of food waste that's going into compost. where otherwise it would be going to the landfill and generating methane gas. So that program's been successful so far. So the next thing we want to talk about, the Special Projects Committee did meet, and we do have some projects for consideration. So the first one is the Shelbyville Parks Department. They have a huge problem with honeysuckle and the winter creeper out at Blue River Park and also at the fairgrounds. So they have received a quote from a company to remove those species. It's a 3-year project. The total project would be $102,110. The Special Projects Committee would like to fund $70,000 of that project. So basically, it's kind of the first and second years of that to eradicate those things. The next project that the Special Projects Committee is recommending is paving the remaining area at the highway garage. As you can see, that area is stone, mud, dirt, whatever you want to call it. And it was not paved during the construction. So what's the exciting part about this is they do have to dig out and get all that material out. And our plan is to actually reuse that at the boat launch. And we will be using recycled asphalt for that part of it. So then the last project that they are recommending is the Morristown Fire Department needs a swift water rescue boat. The beauty about this project is it can be used at Waldron, Flat Rock, but it would be housed at the Morristown Fire Department. So that quote for a boat, engine, trailer, and getting it to them is $17,146. So Special Projects Committee, would you guys like to add anything about any of those projects? Any comments?
You've done a fine job.
Yeah, thank you.
Is the boat gonna be used in conjunction with the county swift water
Yes.
team?
Yes. I talked to Jay Tennell on that yesterday on it, yes. It's just gonna be stored, that way there'll be one in the southern part of the county, one in Shelbyville, and one in the north.
If there's no questions, I would like to ask to approve those 3 projects for us.
Motions. We had a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those same sign. Mr. Carey, Lisa.
Thank you. So the next thing was Earth Day, and thank you, Nathan, for talking about trees with the DNR. We actually gave away 500 tulip poplar seedlings, so people love them. They were great. I mean, I was very impressed with the seedlings that we picked out.
How big were they?
Oh my, probably 2 feet at
Yeah.
least. Yeah. Yeah, they were very nice. So, Anne, would you like to share with the group why we picked the tulip poplar?
Well, it is the state tree of Indiana. It's blooming right now. I saw a really beautiful one over at Little Marion earlier this week. Let's see, they grow to be about 100 feet tall. They're straight growing trees usually. They live between 250 and 300 years. So they're long lived. Yeah, I know, right? They are the host plant for the tiger swallowtail butterfly, which is like one of our biggest butterflies here, wingspan about like that. Hummingbirds are very attracted to them as well, so they benefit the pollinators. And the Native Americans in the Midwest, they use the tulip poplar for their dugout canoes because it's a softer wood that they could burn out and dig out easily. So it's a cool tree. If you don't have one, you need one.
You're all out there, aren't you?
We're
Right,
out,
yeah.
unfortunately, yeah. So next, we held Recyclable, and what a super successful program that was, due to Ann promoting it and being the cheerleader. So we collected aluminum cans at the schools that wanted to participate, and we have 2 awards. One is for the school that collected the most, and the second award is the school that collected the most per capita. This year, Loper won both. So they collected, sorry, you can't read that. I can barely read it here, but 1,548 pounds. The total collected was 2,299 pounds. So Loper will be awarded $2,786 because of their collection efforts. All other schools will be paid 60 cents per pound. So it's a great program, and thank you, Anne, for doing your
It's
work.
fun.
So
The kids get into it. The elementary schools rock it and the high schools, not so much. I don't think it's so cool to bring in the cans when you're in high school, but the younger children really enjoy it. So, yeah, hope to do it again next year.
So next activities for April, we had a battery backup installed by the county IT department. That was due to a month or two ago with us losing power, and our building powers the gates. So hopefully we won't have any issues if that happens again. I did attend a DLGF webinar for Budget 2.0. They have changed all documents and such for the budget forms, so I should be prepared for when that time comes. I mentioned I picked up the flags and took those to the American Legion for proper disposal. And I am starting work on the 2027 budget. So if anybody has any ideas, suggestions, anything that you'd like to see the district do, please let me know. And then we have had some IT issues. I apologize for you guys maybe getting meeting information that was supposed to go to you in April. They said I had email, I don't know, something to do with my email, so, but it should be resolved. So my apologies for that. So that's it from me right now.
Very good. Ann, educators?
Yeah.
Report.
Okay. So this is the things I did in April. I did 64 classroom programs throughout the county. We did programs on composting the food scraps and promoting that program here with our green buckets. Talked about recycling plastics locally. Did a few of the famous earth cookies, recycling superhero programs. That's kind of for the younger kindergarten, first, second graders. Talked about pollinator gardens, and just generally talking about, some of the pollinators that are already active in our area right now. Also did Birds of Shelby County. It's kind of a year-long thing. We've helped promote the fact that we are a bird town / county in Indiana now. And then also programs on where does your trash go locally, and talked about our landfill. I also did a booth at the YMCA Healthy Kids Day, and that was promoting our composting program as well. And then that is a picture of a cute little St. Joe student. St. Joe does an amazing job promoting the aluminum pickup that we do. They just put out the cutest things. I mean, they do about one a week, all month long. So the black bin next to the bigger bin, we had new bins that we used this year, and they're on casters, so they roll around and a little bit easier for our haulers to pick up. So that's it for me for April.
Thank you, Ann.
You're welcome.
Miscellaneous.
Okay, so next month, we have a joint meeting with the advisory committee that will be here June 11th at 5 p.m. And then we'll be having our tire event June 13th. That event allows Shelby County residents to bring any amount of tires on and off the rim in any size. First year, we collected over 4,000. Last year, we collected in the high 3,000. So I'm anticipating a large turnout again. So that's what I have.
Have any public comments?
Yes. My name is Doug Lamb. I'm a 33-year resident of Shelby County. And first off, I have a question about the tire event. Does that include tractor tires?
Any tire.
I have one old tractor tire from an old tractor that I need to get rid of.
Yep.
My next thing is on the voucher program. I have this voucher here that my wife apparently got sometime last year. And she got the voucher, I haul the trash. So when I'm getting ready, I'm cleaning up a property that I own. And wanted to haul some stuff, and I asked her about it. She brought it out, well, it's expired. And because it's expired, apparently I'm banned from ever using the program again. And I don't understand that. I'd kind of like an explanation of why that's the case. So.
Is banned a good word?
I don't know.
I
about
kind of take
band.
that personally because I've never been banned from anything in my life. And that's the way it looks. My wife is, she can't believe it either. I mean,
So Doug and I have had a couple of conversations, and I'll tell you what I tell every single person that I talk to regarding the voucher program. Let me back up. First, I am the only one that will issue a voucher. I want this message given to every single person. So the voucher allows for you to bring us 2 loads of trash in a 12-month period at the transfer station at no charge. The load size can be a car load, pickup truck load, trailer load, or a moving size truck load, one of those. Now, the voucher does have an expiration date and is 12 months from the date it's issued. If it's not used in that time period, it's null and void and cannot be reissued. Then I take down their information and mail out the voucher the same day.
and I'm not asking for a reissue. It's every year. We're a new year that expired. I should be eligible for a voucher again. I don't understand a permanent lifetime ban from me using a program that I'm assuming the county pays for all this, tax money pays for all this.
No.
So no,
Yeah, this is a separate.
the voucher program is separate. It's not county taxpayer funded
Through the
or
recycle district.
it's through the recycle district. And how do you guys get your money?
Separate property taxes.
Property
And-
taxes.
And we are allowed to, if we have a landfill in our county, which we do, Indiana code states that we can assess a fee to that landfill. So we receive $2 per ton of any trash that goes to the waste management landfill in Morristown.
Well, in my opinion, none of this is clear on the website. The voucher program, she says 2 per year. She sent me a letter saying 1 per year. I asked for a document showing what the rules were on legitimate county or official documentation from the recycle district. And all I get some bullet points, but the bullet points don't match then the voucher program online. So I'm confused. I don't understand why I'm a nobody in this to you guys if I can no longer participate in the program. Now, I have a second property, and I said, well, if I don't qualify on my own property that I've been on for 33 years because I let this expire, then let's use that other property. And she actually drove out to the property and said, there's no residence there. And that's true, there is no residence there. There was a mobile home. I've got rid of the mobile home. I'm cleaning it up. I have some things to haul off, minor. There's still oil tank there. There's still steps there. There's still tracks from where it was hauled off just a couple of months ago. And she finally agreed after I called back to argue my situation some more. And she said she would give me a voucher for that address.
It is zoned residential and he is paying property taxes and has a home.
Yes, the
homestead.
county
credit
website
line, so
shows
that's
I
why
have
I
a
said
mobile home
yes.
there, and I'm still paying on that tax wise. But you know, I look at this like a slap in the face. You know, in about a year or so, I'm gonna move. So as the new owners, can they get a voucher on that property, or is it just done deal? We need to forget about you guys.
Was it a voucher every year that you can apply for a voucher every year? And it's
As
good
long
for-
as you use the one that was issued first, yes. So let's say you get a voucher today, May 14th. You have 12 months to use it for 2 loads. You use it, you can get another one May 14th, 2027, as long as the board approves the program again in January.
So in this situation where there was no voucher used, it was approved and issued and then not used in the year's period,
Mhm.
then they are not eligible for another voucher.
Once it is null and void, or once it's not used in that 12-month period, it's null and void and cannot be reissued.
Subsequent voucher, is there a reason policy wise why subsequent voucher applications can't be?
So there's a lot of tracking and it's budget reasons, I need to know kind of what our program is going to be costing us. So if I keep issuing vouchers to people that aren't using them, I mean, that's a waste of taxpayer dollars by sending them out. I did pull together some stats here. The program started April 1st of 2024. There have been 1,428 issued. We've accepted 1,149 loads. The average price of a load is $90. There's 420 out there that have not been used, but still are in good standing, and 155 that have expired. Amount spent on the program's been $98,377.
So you have to pay for it even if I don't use it? As far as paying for that load,
No,
then I saved you money last year.
So this program is set up, this is this group, we have we receive funds from the landfill. Then we decide how can we better Shelby County? We do some special projects, try to beautify, but try to do something recycling related. So one program that they decided to do in 2024 was let's give back to every homeowner by allowing them to bring 2 loads of trash in to help beautify Shelby County. So we only have so much money in that budget. So we just like, okay, which we just try to eat the cost for the homeowner. So it's a coupon, basically. It's a voucher coupon. It's free money that we have that our county has that no other county is offering this because of the landfill up in the northern part of the county. So that was just one of our not fundraiser, but one of our ideas that we used to try to, beautify Shelby County. It's like, hey, let's get back to everybody. We got to limit them, not say everybody can bring all the trash they ever have for free. So we're going to do it to 2.
Right.
And so we need to we did it for every resident. So it was for budgeting purpose, as she was saying, was like, how much are we expecting? Because we eat that $90 cost, which is the average for every homeowner. We did that for everybody, we would have no money to do anything.
Right.
So we only give out a certain limited, or, based on what we're anticipating. If it's growing and growing, instead of 2 loads, we may only go back to 1, or we may have to cut the program out completely. So it's a free coupon, just like you were gonna get a free cheeseburger from McDonald's. Once that coupon expires, you can't go back to McDonald's and ask for a cheeseburger because you're still holding the coupon. I think the
But
coupon still,
McDonald's will always send you a new coupon eventually.
Well, if the program's valid, not if their program's not valid.
I compare it as a gift card.
And I think the other thing is that it's not per fiscal year, because as those are issued, it's a year from the issue date. So we've got all of
Over
these.
that. I mean,
Uh,
it's been well over that.
Yeah, but I'm saying, so that's why when it's not like, well, we know exactly when they're gonna be used or when the end date is, it's not a fiscal year, it's not December 31st, they're all no good. They can trickle in, a year from whenever they're issued, so that's why she has to try to make sure she tracks all of them and they're issued and they're either used or they're not used. And it's kind of like he said, it's a per funding basis. So, when you say, well, can't you just issue another one? Well, we may have the program, may not have the program, maybe something different. So I think that's probably wise, because it's kind of an ever-changing situation to be.
Well, if people get frustrated with a program that's obviously not working for me, they'll go back to dumping it in the creek down the street. And there are flat screen TVs right down from my house in the creek from people that have done that stuff. And that's ridiculous, but I don't agree with the program. So, all right, that's it. That's it. I excuse myself.
Well, we're sorry for that.
Well, not a problem.
Work with everybody that we can and put our best foot forward, but if we change the deadlines and change the program rules, then we have to change it for everybody. And so I get it. It's not very palatable, but
What I only ask, can you put it in the rules so everybody's aware of it? And not just somebody tells somebody on the phone, because I never talked to her the first time, my wife did. So, thank you.
All right. Thanks, Doug. Any other public comments?
It's like, did you forget?
I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Second. We're got a motion in a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned.
Thank you.
Well, Rob was bringing this up. I don't know where you